Hey guys, thanks for jumping on. I don't know what happened in my live stream just a second ago, but something didn't go right on that. We're heading into St. Paul. Ramsey State Patrol helicopter was following a stolen vehicle. Suspects bailed.
St. Paul 365. Maybe the exact vehicle. Calling about now.
I'll be calling him out now at 11.
So they got the State Patrol helicopter and Ramsey County with State Patrol helicopter, St. Paul PD, out with a stolen vehicle. Suspects fled. Another vehicle. Some suspects got into another vehicle.
St. Paul 365.
Company 160 at 11:42. Can I Trooper 9? Are those the only two that you continue to have eyes on?
Yes, ma'am. That's all we have.
Three by six is cleared to take down action. Clear to 33.
Yeah, you can go badge to St. Paul and go and start over the location of the vehicle. That'd be good.
I have so many in here. Is that 1602 Maryland? Nope, like 1624 Maryland. That's 122. Clear to 33. Clear. LTAC 1. Thanks everybody for your assistance.
So it's 1602 Maryland. And that is where we are heading, so at least we'll be able to get there. Sorry guys, I just actually was running to the gas station and wasn't even planning on going out tonight, and heard this going live on the air and heard Trooper 9 calling out locations of a vehicle and assumed it was stolen and started heading out this way. So we're a little bit late to the game, but they retrieved a stolen vehicle. They got 2 suspects in custody. They got another vehicle with Iowa plates that didn't come back stolen, so but that's going to be linked in with this for investigation. So all in all, a great recovery. Awesome that they were able to recover a stolen vehicle that quickly. So got 2 more suspects off the street, got a stolen vehicle recovered. Now let's see how long the prosecutors and judge keep them in jail. So keep in mind, I'll be going live on patrol tomorrow night at about 8 o'clock. Make sure you let people know, make sure you guys are ready. It's supposed to be chilly, but we're warming up. The beginning of next week's supposed to be 50s. And Monday or Tuesday is supposed to be a high of almost 60 here in the cities. But yeah, no, it's awesome. I was getting ready to work on my ShotSpotter video to let you guys know some facts behind ShotSpotter. The more I dig into it, the more I am just blown away by ShotSpotter. How's everyone doing tonight? Thanks for being here. Yeah, temp is going up. And crime's going up. And if it's any prediction on how cold it was and we had a bunch of crime, I'm dreading what it's going to be like when it gets warmer. Hey Pamela, thanks for being here. I'm doing okay, a little tired. I talked to Brad earlier tonight. He was taking the night off to spend with his family, some family time. He's been hitting the road pretty hard, him and Rob. I think Rob's doing his GTA thing tonight. I heard the stolen vehicle come out, and I'm like, well, let's get on this one. Hopefully we can get something that sounds good. Hey JJ, thanks for being here. Nope, I don't have any energy drinks. I'm not going to be out here late. I've worked all day. My real job is like people like telling me I should have is a real job, so that's what I had to work. Plus the real job pays for the gas.
Marked as a domestic 1124 Barclay. Caller's son is listening, yelling, misbehaving. Born in 2007. Caller wants him arrested.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys heard that. The cop's response to that was, yeah, okay. So apparently, yeah, St. Paul has been pretty wild for the last 24 hours. I mean, we just don't have enough resources to be out here covering everything. I wish we did. I mean, you got 4 of us out here. We try to team up, and I've been chatting on Facebook with a dad of a son that was inside Burnsville High School when the lockdown was on, and the son is $1 to me, and I was super grateful. They actually were super grateful. The son was there so he could see what was going on from the outside.
616, are you monitoring Channel 3?
I'm just glad that you know, the information was getting passed along to everybody. That's why I do this. I want you guys to be informed. So you know, I don't want you guys scared. I want you to be informed. So the son was in the chat, the one that was in the high school, and he donated $20 to me. He was super, he was that I was out there so he could hear what's going on the outside, knowing that they were coming in or going out and everything. So it was a nice link for everyone.
Go ahead. With 619. Go ahead. I don't have your number. Go ahead.
I talked to Capital Transparency today. He's ready to come out tomorrow night. He's slowly getting his data requests from Ramsey County Sheriff's Department. That's taken, since January. He's putting data requests in, and now they're slowly getting them out to him.
316. Heavy.
Hopefully we'll be able to get over here in this area to show you guys the vehicles anyway, and maybe the tow. Hopefully everyone's having a good Thursday night. Appreciate you for being on here.
First floor building has been evacuated.
Nice, it's pretty. 5183 says.
Copy, 22.
Line can place 964 plus.
22 commercial clear.
Transfer 600 next.
22.
JJ, am I gonna go see my Pam Bob for? Yeah, well, we'll see. I'm still waiting for my interview for over a year. Here goes State Patrol. Here goes St. Paul Squad. I appreciate you love my feed. I thank you so much. Please there's another squad. Yeah, well, I don't know how much patience one can have. It's been over a year. The questions I originally was going to ask Bob are not even relevant anymore. That's pretty sad that it's been that long. The good news is, come this summer, I think it's gonna be a live on patrol in the park event, right? Yeah, I don't mind if Pat came and did a ride along with me. I don't think Bob would let that happen. Actually, I don't mind Pat at all. Pat seems like a pretty real person every time I've met him on and off camera. He doesn't really change. Yeah, at least I'll get the clear right. I have to clear my own rights and lefts. You think so? Johnson. So he kept coming up and down Johnson, I guess, and kind of cruising around this area. It was interesting to listen to that audio. When the trooper was overhead, the guy was like driving around like he was lost. It was actually pretty hilarious because I don't think he knew he was being tracked by helicopter. Oh, look at where we're at. Same spot we were at the other night with the shootings, right by the BCA. I mean, this kills me. If we were to GPS ping every time we're on a call and tag what the call is, and just did like some mapping software, I don't know, like Minneapolis or a lot of other cities do, right? We could probably narrow down where there's high crime areas, huh? Oh, call me crazy. This is the address they gave, but there's nowhere to pull in there. Yep, this is the townhome complex we were at. And that was the intersection that they were chasing that other car through. If you go back and watch that video where I pulled all the 3 video streams together, Michael's and Bob's, right back there was exactly where that was. There's a bunch of dead ends in here. This is the same area we were leaving with a suspicious person. I swear on our live on patrol we come out to this area at least, I don't know, 3-4 times. This is where, if you guys were watching, Watchdog was over here in this neighborhood when I was behind him, scared him. He didn't know it was my truck. I think this is the street where the woman killed her husband and buried him underneath the shed in the backyard. Yeah, it's a nice little neighborhood back here. I don't know why you'd want to maybe put some more patrols over here. It's craziness to me. Looks like they've got that car already towed. So, to give you an idea, this is the road we were coming down. that's the traffic light up there where you seen us turn. We made a right. Alex was pursuing that one car where he tried to karate kick the window of the car out. I did buy him a window punch though. Yeah, we are on the east side. We're kind of right behind the BCA. This is the Wells Fargo. So the BCA is the building to the left. This is the Wells Fargo to the right, where people keep getting robbed at the ATM. The Cub Foods back here is the one where I think is last year or the year before. The so-called peacekeeper beat up that one guy in the parking lot. Yeah, super high-end neighborhood where I don't know why you'd want to maybe put more patrols, right? I don't know why you Cub Foods right here. I don't know why you want to maybe put some more concentrated patrols in this area. Just you know, maybe for visibility or something, you know. I don't think driving around an unmarked Durango counts for that. They should make an action figure of Alex. Oh, it used to be an Arby's? That's cool. I did not know that. I did not give him instruction on how to use it. I figure he'll get a clear 40-hour class on how to use a window punch. They're pretty self-explanatory. They work better than the Olights that they don't get sponsorship from, but they promote a lot. Oh.
Possibly related to your call. They're just hearing knocking at a door.
Yeah, we'll let you know if we can do those.
Copy. 24.
There's the St. Paul squad.
Copy. 22.
You said saying that we were out on a bit of a standoff the other day with white male waving going around.
We do have a call pending at 242 Morton. Can we transfer from stay within 25 meters, possibly related to your call. They're just hearing knocking at the door.
I'll let you know if we got 087
Copy.
Romeo Victor Bravo.
not going to be the same party. 306. 302. Copy 616. Did you mean that?
Negative.
Copy 2005.
Saying that we were out on a bit of a stand-up today with White Dale waving a gun around.
So earlier today, I guess they were on they said bit of
Last
a,
word, you cut off your number.
72 is just the same address where we were dealing with a white male waving a handgun around for a while. Romeo Victor Bravo.
Copy 202.
well, that's fun. I didn't even hear about the standoff earlier today.
It's not the same party.
Different person.
That's been broken to in the past, and this morning the car saw Cody's white male, 6 Bill walking nearby. Yummy.
302.
That's what
Copy 2006.
He said I turn out, he's going out. He's cooperating about that.
Copy 5 round Jenkins. Pistol. At 2007.
It's got 100 people in there. Don't forget to hit the like button, the thumbs up. Appreciate it if you do. Pamela's always on that, trying to get us to a goal of 100, at least 100 thumbs up. Helps promote the channel and helps the stream. Appreciate everyone for being here.
And we got casings at St. Anthony and Hershey.
Copy 2 stands at St. Anthony and Herschel. 2307.
Let's go to that one. I guess that was a shooting call that I missed.
315. 1651 Berkeley on a suspicious for possible abandoned residence where footprints were noticed outside the house that has been broken to in the past, and this morning the car saw 40 white male, 60 thin bill walking nearby.
Charles, John, Patrick.
23 white.
Eastbound 694, Eastbound 35W at 23.
So the county's out at one, following one right now.
Head south on Payne Avenue toward Lawson Avenue East.
So we're going to a shooting call now. It's Thursday night, guys.
Turn right onto Bruce Meadow Trail Valley Boulevard.
Myself and 85 will be out there.
It's 19 degrees out. I don't even know what, I don't even know what's gonna happen when it warms up. Like what's it gonna do? Like how are we supposed to what kind of crime are we gonna have when it gets really hot out and tempers run high? That's the scary thing.
Take the second right onto Bruce Meadow Trail Valley Boulevard.
Yeah, crime always gets worse in the summer months. It always gets worse, and that is the scary thing on how bad it is now. So I've been talking to Rob about car or vehicle to vehicle to talk to him about vehicle to vehicle information or communication. We were thinking two-way radios, but then we're trying to figure out the best kind. And so far, what we've come up with is
What's stop for suspicious activity? Yeah,
They were still trying for them.
oh dear God, Ramsey County's pulling a car over for suspicious activity.
Description of the vehicle or occupants?
Happy out with the combat 23.
Dark colored vehicle. It's actually about a quarter mile ahead of me now. I got lost in the dust. It's a dark colored vehicle. I think 4-door possibly.
You're welcome, Flight Leader.
Now they're chasing this car.
Covered.
Ramsey County's chasing a car for suspicious activity.
I'm pretty sure it runs into a dead end up here. I'm not sure if, even if it does, it's going to be a minimum maintenance. I'm not sure if we're going to get
In
through.
a quarter mile, turn left onto Mississippi Street.
So anyway, so we came up with a GMRS radios. They're 50 watt. We should be able to get decent reception with each other.
I didn't know that 37 Block Commercial has cameras in the front and up the front of the house and
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto First Avenue East.
Control string Adam. Regular.
Take the next right onto University Avenue East.
Unfortunately, these radios are going to cost approximately $400 each. I think they're $399 a piece.
1,000 feet, turn left onto East 12th Street.
So
Yeah, it's just real close. I'm not sure if he's going to go through it or not.
Turn left onto East 12th
So if
Street.
you guys have any
Right onto
cheaper
West
ideas,
on the left.
the nice thing about these radios,
In a quarter mile, turn
Be
left
advised,
onto
please,
Robert
2-1.
Street.
Send me the 911.
there's a repeater here in St. Paul. There's repeaters for these all over, so we should actually be able to increase our mileage on coverage with those radios. But again, it's another huge investment, and that way we can communicate with each other vehicle to vehicle, and then even portables. So if we're out, we can still communicate with each other. Hopefully conquer and divide a little bit more, a little bit better.
I don't know if he's going to make it through this.
Turn left onto Robert Street.
Copy.
In half a mile, turn left onto Marion Street.
This will be advised. He's going to want. You send me the 911.
10-4 Street East.
5-3, I'll be coming here. I'll have that.
Copy. 2216.
Copy. 223 Logan and 911 open line. Call was flared to TC and disconnected. Went to voicemail multiple times. On a call back asked if they needed fire rights. Please discontinue. Flared and disconnected.
Well, that guy's happy.
Copy.
Yes, I am not law enforcement.
Turn left onto Marion Street.
I am an independent journalist. We are out.
But I'm continuing on down the road.
10-4, shutting lights there. Continuing on.
We go live on patrol and cover.
575, 510.
Cover.
If they come to us, are you good with us taking them? 96.
Responders is 10 4th Street East, Unit 1202 to assist.
Yeah, as long as we can tie it to the same vehicle. We've got a loose description right now.
Right onto St. Anthony Avenue.
Sounds like
We
county's.
got to top the hill now.
Sounds like
I don't see them, but I'm going to top the hill.
Sounds like county's losing this vehicle that they're chasing for suspicious
509
activity.
is one of the getting cars. If anybody wants their own phone, can we get somebody on Hospital Hill Road? If they don't take Whitman Deering at 25, and come on Hospital Hill Road. And then if we have another car available, somebody stay at the bottom of Whitman Deering in case they're hiding in a driveway or a field road or something. Off the radio, I got the vehicle here. Back on top, Adam George, 5159. At least 2 occupants, both doors open and around.
Copy. Vehicles around.
Alright, just come up with it there. Start, call 512, OC.
So I can't tell if they said the car wrecked or if it just stopped in a yard.
Continue on I-94 West for 2 miles.
See, here's a classic example. I'm going to a shots fired call,
Minnesota 51, Snelling Avenue.
and Brad or the other person could be out going to this call, and so we have 2 different calls we could be covering on 2 different channels.
The information, we do have a shed. 2 yards from the vehicle.
But tomorrow night, you guys will have 3 different feeds coming out of St. Paul. Unless something else happens, I may or may not stay in St. Paul.
I think they're doubling back. Make someone yelling through the woods. They're going back down the roadway.
Okay, so they got them fleeing on foot.
We have the line. Take exit 238.
Black to the 500 cars. Let's start setting up the perimeter. The bottom of the hill and the top of the hill. I don't quite know where Chad's at. Do your best with the geography that you have. Alright, I'll set up by 504 as president.
All right, so they're setting up a perimeter right now. The occupants fled on foot.
St. Anthony Avenue.
Hey, Mass, thanks for being here. So,
Is it going to be beneficial to go up Hoffman Hill or Fisher? Yeah, you can come up.
so we're gonna head out to that call. As soon as I get an address for that call, we'll be heading there.
511. Can you get the locations for people who set up the perimeter? Because we don't know exactly where it's up to us. Yeah, put someone down by 504's place. That's going to be quite a run for them, though.
Keep right to stay on St. Anthony
I
Avenue.
would suggest anyone driving up, trying to drive back up that. I got someone coming down the roadway here. I don't know if that's 509. Alright, I'm just pulling in the 504's residence by the road close sign.
Yeah, still have 3 feeds. Hello, Illinois. Thanks for tuning in.
2321.
Five 510. Five 11, 512. That's right. No answer. Do you want me to try 31? Yeah, the city sergeant will approve it. We'll take 31 with his driver.
Identify the one two reach on radio.
501, but
Just information. I tried calling 504, he did not answer. And O'Brien's are still down in Florida.
never. Were you up to speed at the April 1050 full document slide?
Yeah, I heard just when I
Sure.
So it looks like they're searching for shell casings back there.
553, I'll be out of that multiple signs in Southern County or for help.
Is anyone listening to?
509, 388, 553, owned by 504 residents. I'll continue off and split about halfway between me and 511.
They just keep giving squads. They don't give an address, like, unless someone has picked
Oh,
up.
you see, I think 575 that was someone.
I don't have an address for this unless someone else.
LEC 500 units, I got a hold of 512, we're responding. Support.
LEC standby.
Should I come up here? We've got the two subjects.
LEC copy.
Hold on, Kevin.
75 511. Do you want me to cancel 512?
All right, so it sounds like they got.
LEC you can. We're going to be out with two individuals.
503, we're 1015 with you.
All right, so they got two in custody.
Three 511, want me to come up and stay on here? So.
No, you guys can probably break. We got them both, I think.
LEC copy.
So we'll jump out here, guys. Take a look around. That wasn't SPPD. That was Ramsey County Sheriffs that got these two.
LEC's been removed at LTAC 1.
So they did patch it with LTAC 1. I just want you to know what's going on. Might be a little bit windy out here. But yeah, St. Paul had one earlier. I'm gonna hide behind the trees. So you can see little yellow evidence markers out here. Looks like they might have some more there. So definitely confirmed shooting because they do have evidence markers out here. Yes, you do not get these views with Pat and Bob. I do get out of the truck. I do take you guys with me. I try to show you as much. I use a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. So if you guys watch, you've seen this a million times. If that kind of gives you an idea how far we're zooming in, that's about the max that I can zoom in with this camera. We are in St. Paul, Minnesota. So it looks like they have another shell casing. The envelope they have there, that's where they, so after they put the markers down, they pick up the casings, take a picture of where the casing is, and take a picture of the shell casing, and they put it in that envelope and assign it a tag, or assign it a number. Sometimes they put them in individual envelopes, but I've seen them put them all in one a lot of times. Whew, it's getting windy out, guys. I'm going back to the truck. Whew. Hey guys, I was working today. I had the ladder still in the back of the truck. It is cold out tonight. I'm kind of surprised we got as much stuff as we got going on. It wouldn't be too bad, but it's got that wind. That wind is a real thing. If you guys aren't familiar with cold and wind. I mean, it's not, 40 miles per hour. Where are you at, Scott? Definitely, I mean, I've definitely been out in worse, colder, windier weather. Okay.
2-6.
After risky, go to 4.
Copy, 2328.
Well, we can go to 4 too.
526 is on 4. Five 2-6 is on 4. 526 is on 4.
Copy, 2329.
526 is on 4.
Guess they don't want to talk on 4. So that's a mountain in front of us.
That's 2233.
So if you guys are ever curious, you can go usually to your state agencies. For us, it's the BCA, and you can request how many times your license plate's been run, how many times
2233.
how many times your driver's license been run, all sorts of fun things like that. So I encourage people to do that to find out if you have anyone looking your stuff up, because you know that's a real thing with harassment. Huh, Woodbridge. If that serves me correctly, that's going to be Rice and Larpenter. I used to work over there 4 or 5 years ago, so that's why I know that area.
Commercial alarm.
I'd love to be over in Hennepin County suburbs.
Dairy Queen, 2800 West 66, covering front entry door. 2800 West 66 at Dairy Queen.
Love to be over in Hennepin County to show you the suburbs over there, because it's quite active. It's Crystal, New Hope, Plymouth, Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, Minnetonka, but it's all encrypted, so we can't hear dispatch on those. Brooklyn Park's pretty good at getting information out. I'm working on another story. If I didn't go live all the time, if crime would slow down, I could actually get some videos out there. Yeah, it's Hutchinson's.
England.
Anoka County suburbs, I could cover those. I was actually up in Blaine earlier today, and Anoka, the city of Anoka, doing some data requests. But Anoka is not. Huh. Transit police. But yeah, we can cover Anoka too. It's just Anoka usually doesn't get a whole lot that I know of. You moved to Golden Valley? Yeah, so Golden Valley is also encrypted. I don't know if the crime's any different, but they're both kind of experiencing their own issues, both cities. And we can, I can cover Edina. Let's see, Edina, Richfield, and Bloomington. Yeah, you are right. Fridley and Columbia Heights are pretty active. That's pretty much north of Minneapolis, so. I think though the thing is St. Paul. So the one of the main reasons we cover St. Paul is, to be honest with you, with law enforcement, the majority of the law enforcement in Minneapolis, the worst they're gonna do is minor crap, like spotlight us, push us back with tape. You know, we call it transparency tape. They call it crime scene tape. Yell at us. You know, it's minor stuff, right? That's the worst we're gonna get out of St. Paul. Minneapolis police. You know, we've all of us out here have been. So all the sorry, when I pause, I'm listening to the radio. So they'll actually, every one of us has been tackled. Yeah, they might put a knee on our throat. You never know. But they've tackled every single one of us that are very much clearly identified as press.
4454 traffic.
4454.
61 I beam. Mary King Zebra 875.
There's no 61 at beam at 2340.
So, I know I was tackled. Capital's tackled. Capital actually got a boo-boo on his knee. I asked him if he wanted a Superman Band-Aid, but he declined. I think Brad was shot in the ankle. Yeah, it's a lawsuit, but I mean, honestly, how many people are suing Minneapolis? I just, you know, it wasn't worth my time at the time, and I was still new doing it. I didn't have time. I couldn't find an attorney. Everybody was suing. ACLU determined that I wasn't, I couldn't get in on the class action suit. So you know, lawsuits sound really easy until you got one. I know Rowdy's still working on his. To be honest with you guys, it's really hard finding attorneys that want to take on anything. So I'm not saying it's not possible. Yep, Pamela's on the thumbs up. How many more do we need, Pamela? I thought you just 35 more thumbs up.
On a 911 only phone where the caller's husband hit her, a Hispanic male, 25 years old, first name Yoni. No longer in the apartment, unknown where he's at. 312, Tango, I copy your note as well. Copy at 2342.
So if they don't put the address out, it's because they seen me out there, and they're gonna start going CAD dispatch to addresses, which is another game St. Paul likes to play. So that's one of the reasons we stay out of Minneapolis a whole lot. I mean, a lot of agencies, and this kind of surprised me, the more that we're out doing like
Plus, they attempted to get into the school. They arrived in a white SUV. Is this going to assist? Copy.
Okay, so they did air the address.
DOT 278. 278 Tango ELT. 21.
It's getting a little bit more quiet out. All these cars are call off duty for midnight.
529 Tango, 537 every night.
Copy. Any other spots? 226 Tango. Copy. Any other spots for midnight ELT? There's spots. I'm going to 2341.
There. 5 Tango.
2245.
I gotta go get a hold of the cops so they can let us in.
Copy. Center.
That's for midnight EOP.
20 for midnight ELT. Squad 161 line podcast. 161. 174.
Thanks to St. Paul Roads.
21 Tango.
21 Tango.
Any other spots for midnight ELT?
316 for entry. The suspect also choked the caller. He willfully, unknown if he'll fight. He then also said he was aware that the cops were coming.
Suspect possibly using methamphetamine. There's a history there, as well as a 7-year-old and
And he has access to a 2003 gray Honda Pilot.
323 Tango copies.
2345.
Show me out.
Yeah.
this is the same Woodridge Street that I'm thinking. Oh my god.
Might have voiced now multiple call back. Copy. Very good. Thank you. Copy.
Tango 23.
Copy, 2347.
Yep, so if you guys recognize this from one of our live on patrols,
Other squads for midnight EOT 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
this isn't the apartments I used to work on, but this is where that tire got slashed.
Any other squads for midnight EOT? Negative reply 323 Tango.
So that was
Copy, 2347.
the loud music complaint. So typically we don't do a lot of the apartments because you guys can't see anything in the apartments. We can't go in the apartments to show you anything.
Willfully unknown at Hill Site. He then also said he was aware that the cops were coming and he's not scared. Copy. And he has access to a 2003 gray Honda Pilot.
That's an awesome call.
Copy, 2210.
210. 955 Main Street with Systematics. They request a welfare check initially, but you go back and say you want an ambulance. He was sworn to dispatch and was swearing after before he hung up.
Squad check for open mic.
Copy, 2347. Being combative on the phone. Copy. 2347. Tango, you can have me to that call phone.
Minneapolis roads are a lot nicer than St. Paul roads. Believe it or not. Sort of the sidewalks, you can not worry about tripping when you walk down them. Yeah, no, I'm glad I got the scanner too. It definitely helps. Hopefully it keeps you guys more engaged, knows you know what's going on, helps us, helps me find more things. I got to switch out the batteries here.
Check for open mic. Check for open mic.
I got an SDS 100. If you had 27 friends, you'd have them all hit the like button. I appreciate it. I appreciate all you guys for hitting the like button. Yeah, only 24 more to go now.
Tango.
2364 back, Nancy Police and John Allen. Caller advising of two parties, one walking and one in a white SUV. Caller believes that they're casing the area last seen eastbound into the townhomes the street after dawn. Vehicle described as a white Ford Explorer.
2164 copy. 2364 copy.
2321.
Dawn. What? Ramsey County's horrible at giving out addresses. So that's Ramsey County Sheriff's Dispatch.
437.
Yeah, they do. They do when they dispatch on the laptops or send the addresses on the laptops. It's called CAD dispatching, computer aided dispatch, for CAD with a D. Not to be confused with CAT. Because that's a team that they have with the sheriff's department. It's supposed to be their card something or another. But we don't see them retrieving cars. We see St. Paul out here getting cars. St. Cloud has been super busy. I don't know if you guys follow on Twitter St. Cloud Crime Watch, I think. And it also has a YouTube channel. He doesn't have any videos out, but he's kind of an up and coming. If you guys live in the St. Cloud area or want to know what's going on in St. Cloud, it's St. Cloud Cop Watch. He monitors like St. Cloud area, Sartell, Sauk Rapids. You know, the thing I talk about, MN Safety, MN Crime, Crime Watch Minneapolis, Southeast Metro Fire, Crime Watch St. Cloud or St. Cloud Crime Watch, I'd have to look it up. We're all having tons of just tons of information flowing out, and collectively we're a team, right? So it's so nice to be able to have all of us collectively work together for you guys. You know, that's why we're doing this. It's almost like a civic duty to keep you guys informed. So the squad's still sitting there, and honestly, it's probably not a bad idea that squad sits there right in this area. Well, this car in front of me has no lights and didn't get pulled over for some weird reason. Turn my lights off, you bet they'd pull me over. Yes, SDS 100. So the scanner is what I've talked to a lot of people, it's the #1 sold scanner, and it's also the #1 return scanner. The program on the computer, it's interesting, and I had to learn a lot. It's actually super easy to program. It's super easy to use. It's learning how to use the software. So part of it is the biggest part of it is learning that the P25 system that we use here in Minnesota, you can actually turn on and off towers. So when you want to monitor, so like, let's just say, for instance, St. Paul. City of St. Paul police have 3 channels. Well, 4 technically, right? They have east, west, east, central, and west, and then 4 is car to car. And so if that's what you want to monitor and only monitor them, what you need to do is go into the software and turn off all the other towers in the state. Because what will happen is you will monitor every single tower in the state of Minnesota, and the scanner is going to go through and listen for St. Paul on, let's say, Duluth Tower, which is northern Minnesota. And it will systematically go alphabetically every single tower. I'm just gonna let that car do its thing because almost ran into us.
Copy 204 West, 235 7th Street West, 1032 meters on a female stage who was assaulted.
.233 7th Street West.
Here's a map of 233 7th Street.
Negative on call to actually be answering and then disconnecting. No phone history.
Head southeast on St. Peter Street toward East 11th Street. In 1,000 feet, turn right onto 7th Street West Fort Road.
So anyway, so you want to make sure that you turn off the other one, so you'd only listen to Ramsey County scanners or towers. So it constantly scanning through Ramsey County towers, not the entire state's towers.
537.
So it's a little bit different than if you guys are used to the old like VHF radio systems. You just plug the.
Copy. 526, I've got you on the assist fire call at 10 4th Street. This is going to be related.
It's the same call.
Take the next left onto Dorothy Day Place.
Copy 2358.
In 800 feet, turn left onto West 5th Street.
So anyway, yeah, it's interesting programming. I had to learn a lot, and I had help because a lot of the YouTube videos don't explain that portion of it.
316.
Turn left onto West 5th Street, then turn right onto 7th Street West.
I noticed she's still out here, but if you could just hold that officer over here, and we'll just find go on. Copy, wrong.
Copy in 526, I've got you on the assist fire call at 10 4th Street. Is this going to be related?
It's the same call.
Copy, thank you.
So the reason we've seen so much traffic, MnDOT has this ramp to 94 closed. Yeah, it was kind of unusual traffic for midnight here in St. Paul.
217, this will be SNR with 214. Show me on the PPV at 330 South Exchange Street.
Copy at 0 minutes.
Probably the most traffic we've seen on our lives.
Turn right onto 7th Street West, Fort Road. 1,000 feet, your destination will be on the right.
So we're going to be in the area of the truck park where the shooting happened, if you guys watched. Yeah, it could have been a hockey game.
I think we have a guy here. Copy. Would you like middle deer? Yes. Copy at 1 minute. Where are you at? Over here. Three 1-6, what's your location? 1957, Wilshire, 104. We got 23 here. Copy, one in custody. Copy, code 4 in 2 minutes. One in custody at 2 minutes.
Your destination is on the right.
When Bob asked me to lower my standards at the gas station, I don't quite know what that meant, actually. I don't think anyone should ever be lowering their standards. If anything, you should always raise your standards. So I don't see any squads out here. This is where I was standing during the parade. If you guys watched my video on the parade, I got like demonetized and shadow banned.
Go ahead. Copy at 4 minutes.
Ooh. Yeah, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night. I'll be going live probably about 8 o'clock. You know, one thing, I'm toying with, and I'll let you guys, you know, tell me what you think. I can actually tie both my stream and Bob's stream into one stream on my channel. I know some of you guys listen to or watch multiple streams at once too. Now the downfall with that is you're gonna hear both of us talk at the same time. You have 4 monitors? Okay.
Copy, suspect in custody is not the suspect at 7 minutes.
Oh, that's awesome. They took some random person into custody. But yeah, if you watch Watchdog, how Brad does it, and he ties, you know, multiple cameras into one stream, that's a possibility for me to do too. And the reason anyone can use it,
884 me.
Bob Stream is because that's
38 minutes.
a public official and it's public. It's not a private stream. Actually, you know, I could take and stream Bob's live stream on my backup channel, and that way you guys could actually chat to each other in that stream.
I cleared medics in Everhold 4, correct?
Copy it. No.
All right, guys, we got 142 people and only 87 thumbs up.
Go ahead. According to how it's meant to be. Copy, suspect custody is not the suspect at 7 minutes.
121 hatch. Echo Victor Mike 191.
Copy, and I copy the hit on the plate. Is there a spot to start still before?
215 Eagle.
Tango, copy at 9 minutes.
All right, so what that
218 Tango as well.
Copy.
means
26. Copy at 8 minutes.
what that means when they said they got a hit on a plate, that's the license plate readers. And so what it is, they got a hit on that license plate, either possibly stolen. And
526.
I cleared medics in Everhold 4, correct?
Copy, let them know.
so they get a hit on that, and then what they do is they know it's stolen, and they'll follow it or get more officers in the area so they can attempt to stop it.
Triple two.
121 hatch.
Copy, and I copy the hit on the plate. Is there a spot to start still before?
215 Eagle.
205 Tango, copy at 9 minutes.
218 as well.
Copy.
Near the border of East St. Paul and Oakdale. There were some military helicopters flying around out there.
315 traffic.
315.
Maryland Walsh, Hotel Kilo Charlie 756.
Maryland and Walsh, Hotel Kilo Charlie 756 at 11 minutes.
Maryland and Walsh.
Use the left lane to turn left onto East 12th Street, then turn left onto Cedar Street.
Yeah, you were definitely hearing helicopters over there.
Turn left onto Cedar Street, then turn left onto East 11th Street.
Can you hold that? We have a moment. Thank you, Element.
217, suspicious.
Use the second from the left lane to turn slightly left to stay on East 12th
41
Street.
Arlington Avenue, the Arlington Apartments.
Keep right to continue on
Suspicious
West
for
12th
someone that's
Street.
banging on the neighbor's door. Just hospital breaking in. He's like 45 to 50 years old and thin.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto John Ireland Boulevard.
Charlie 756 at 11 minutes.
30 minutes.
Turn left onto John Ireland Boulevard.
If you ever want to know what's going on and flying overhead, one thing I can tell you is
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto West Kellogg Boulevard.
I use Twitter. That'll show you all the flight. Otherwise, I think it's Flight Aware. And so you can pop that up and it'll show you everything that's flying
Turn
overhead
right
with
onto West
tail
Kellogg
markers
Boulevard,
and ton of
then turn right onto
information.
the I-94 East ramp.
Yeah, we're not going to be too late tonight. We'll probably be jumping off here in a little bit. If we can get
Turn right onto the
5 more
I-94
thumbs
East
up,
ramp.
that would be awesome. And we'll hit 100. And the thumbs up help promote the channel in the algorithm.
Update the address to 1922 University.
41 Arlington Avenue, the Arlington Apartments. Suspicious for someone that's banging on the neighbor's door. Possibly trying to be breaking in. It's like male, 50 years old, and 202 copy your also around. At 13 minutes.
Continue on I-94 East for half a mile. In a quarter mile, keep left at the fork to continue on
And we will see you tomorrow night.
Follow signs for US 10 West.
We're going to head out to this traffic stop. Be probably the last call we hit for the night.
Keep left at the fork to continue on I-35 north. Continue on US 10 West for 1.5 miles.
Indicated looks like about some 20 seconds.
Copy your 40 minutes.
And tomorrow we'll not have the ladder on the back of the truck. Oh, we got another DUI. Oh, we got another traffic stop with a DUI on University. Oh, can't hit them all. That's why we need more of us out here. So like I said,
Half a mile, take exit 109 for Maryland Avenue.
tomorrow there will be at least 3 streams. You'll have live on patrol with Bob. Oh, we went over 100. Thank you for going over 100 thumbs up. I appreciate all you guys. So we'll have Bob,
Take exit 109.
Bob and Pat out. You know, Ramsey County media, Ramsey County Sheriff's media out. I'll be out, and then we'll have Watchdog
Turn
out.
right onto Maryland Avenue East.
Residential family around the cover.
Turn right onto Maryland Avenue East.
And it's a cold Thursday night.
Okay.
Continue on Maryland Avenue East for 3/4 of a mile.
Address of 2040 Wilson Ave, Minnesota. Hotel Foxtrot, Mike, 128, unoccupied, code 4.
Copy. Last 2 minutes.
He does swear a lot. That's each one of us have our own personality. You know, and it's a good thing because some people like his style and they don't like my style, so it gives you another one to watch. Some people like a couple old guys driving around shooting the BS with everyone, just talking and, you know, having red and blue lights on their car, and that's for some people. And
218 Tango on 12.
you know, some people like my style of doing it.
933 Woodbridge, residential, 1011 covered.
In a quarter mile, you will arrive at your destination.
That's 15 minutes.
All right, so this is
You've
where
arrived.
Well, you start me, I believe it's going to be in PCN, and use the address of 2040 Wilson Ave, Minnesota, Hotel Foxtrot, Mike, 128, unoccupied, code 4.
Copy. 92 minutes.
well, that's where the traffic stop was supposed to be, so
And the place to fit that vehicle is Minnesota Delta Echo Whiskey 816.
218, copy.
20 minutes.
Copy. That's 19 minutes. 526.
The bookings 533 will be following.
Copy. 19 minutes.
well, it sounds like they just got a DWI off the road. So for those of you that aren't used to Minnesota, anywhere else it'd be a DUI.
driveway. They are speaking with the key holding Alan. License to that vehicle is Minnesota Delta Echo Whiskey 816.
Single copy.
20 minutes.
And there is the infamous M&H, or as I call it a lot, KMH.
Affirmative.
Those spots must be on the inside of my windshield. I'll have to
You're welcome. 22.
work on wiping off the...
310, I copy your note to the narcotics complaint. Would you like another squad to start?
Negative, I'm familiar.
22 minutes.
actually gonna be the suspect vehicle. Came back with 2013 gray Chevy Equinox. Her caller does have life. She's Minneapolis on the scene.
20 Tango, copy.
Not on counted, the entry is going to be the rear door from the alley. We also got a description of the suspect in a white male, is 35 foot 10, average build, wearing black jacket with fur hood.
Tango, copy.
Metro limits.
So tomorrow is supposed to be pretty chilly. So
21 minutes.
if it's cold, we probably won't have a lot going on.
3 Tango, do you copy?
And
Copy, that's
040436. Affirmative.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 20
and we'll be out Saturday. It's supposed to be
Copy to the narcotics complaint. Would you like another squad to start?
it's supposed to be pretty warm the rest of the week. I think Monday or Tuesday it's supposed to be almost like 57 for a high.
suspect is getting in his vehicle.
So I think I'm gonna call it for the night. I appreciate everyone jumping on here. I'll leave the stream going for a little bit. We'll kill it at by the Lowry Tunnel area, I think. So we got a little bit if you guys want to chat amongst yourself. There's State Patrol.
Copy with Maryland and what?
Copy 20 minutes. You want anything else?
Copy 54, he's going on Maryland pickup. After Winchester.
20 Tango will be on the alley.
Copy 20 Tango, you want there.
Southbound Arkwright.
Copy southbound Arkwright.
Maryland and Arkwright.
Well, I've seen southbound Arkwright from Maryland, Delta Delta Victor 160. Gonna be the white Chevy Camaro, two-door, horizontal stripes on the hood, and LED side markers, like southbound Arkwright. Maryland at a high rate of speed at 160.
Copy 25 minutes. There's not one of the train squad that can start to assist her.
I copy Delta 0, Whiskey 810.
That's correct.
Copy.
Make a U-turn at West Fuller Avenue. Make a U-turn at Aurora Avenue.
Copy, landing
Quarter
up
mile,
from yours
turn
and
left
up
on
to
the I-94 East ramp.
Copy, Winchester. 218, we're on the alley with him. Copy, 218, what about there? 218 southbound Arkwright. Copy, southbound Arkwright. Being good agents are off at a high rate of speed. Not pursuing it. It's still going southbound Arkwright. Copy, not pursuing high rate of speed southbound Arkwright.
At a high rate of speed.
Quarter mile, turn left onto Western
Copy,
Avenue North.
35 on Hayes Highway Street.
Southbound
20.
Arkwright from Maryland. This is
Quarter mile, merge onto
218
I-94 West.
a white Chevy Camaro two-door.
That vehicle comes back. Stolen out of Maple Grove.
There goes a. So that was a stolen vehicle out of Maple Grove that they
Copy, 1 in custody, 20 minutes.
didn't even bother trying to stop. So. And that was out of Maple Grove, so that was a stolen vehicle out of Maple Grove. They got a hit on,
266.
and they weren't pursuing.
Oh, which way it went? Don't know if it went east, 94, west 94, 52.
Copy, that's 9 minutes.
Yep, they lost it. They didn't even attempt to stop it. It seen the cops and it took off. So I am not at all paid by anyone. Oh,
119 to 660.
so that is completely not the opposite direction.
That vehicle comes back. Stolen out of Maple Grove. Copy, report custody. Copy, 1 in custody, 20 minutes.
So that was awesome. That was State Patrol, probably that same trooper that we seen pass us a little bit ago.
Chat motion.
664, 5 minutes.
You big up everybody.
280.
Well, if it's going west 94, it'll catch up to us. You got picked up for a curfew violation. They actually still enforce those.
Front shot.
119 to 656 in Belfort.
165 out of Soroti. Copy.
Good route.
Copy, first.
We might have a gunshot west here, so we're might not be too far from that. Wait till it comes back across the air. Yes, I did get both my phones and my camera back from Dodge County.
Plus 100 to copy. 480 Snelling at Plum Star. Caller reporting his final shot.
480 Snelling.
Here's a map of 480 Snelling Avenue. Head northeast on Vandalia Street toward University Avenue West. Take the next right onto University Avenue West.
So we are going to a shooting call.
Continue on University Avenue West for 1 mile.
So it's confirmed we have one shot in the leg.
They're close towards the bar. Let's start getting the perimeter set up.
So we have one male victim shot in the leg. We're 4 minutes away from this call.
You guys want to just hold there at Hamlin Randolph?
11 to the gas van, leave on foot.
165. He left on foot.
So a suspect left on foot. So
I added the license of 127-093-595-511. That's our victim.
306 Copy, would you like a second officer?
In 1,000 feet, turn
You
right
guys
onto
get
First.
to the bar.
This one is the gas station manager.
Hey, that's-
East Lavender at 33 minutes. Copy, having inside the bar.
Perimeter,
Technical
4
black, 511, wearing all black, left east on the
Yes.
Video or any of the local places. Looks like Plums does not have any video surveillance. 411 on scene will do that. Suspect had short dress.
Copy, suspect has short dreads.
suspect had short dreads. So there's a
First control the scene here is before and then everybody call it the perimeter response. Ran off on foot. We'll check camera.
so they think the guy ran off on foot. So we're gonna come up.
Copy, squad arriving on scene to call perimeter response. 126, go ahead.
Let's, for the time being, squad's getting in. Let's have Hartford be our southern border. Randolph will be our north. Hamlin can be our east. And Snelling can be our west. Just watch us fill in from there.
Copy, southern border is Hartford, northern, maybe Hamlin, east, Snelling.
Make that northern border to jump.
Copy, northern border.
616. We check with state and see if flight's available.
Copy.
110 will be at Jefferson and Woodward. 110 go for Randolph.
Let's go, copy.
With 13 Tango, we'll take Jefferson and Snelling.
Copy. Information for South Flight is not available.
Copy, thank you.
So we're just looping around.
Your southern border. Randolph will be our north. Hamlin can be our east. And Snelling
East Snelling.
So they're
Copy call.
Copy, northern border to Jefferson.
165, is there a squad on the other side of the back alley bar?
Copy.
Check if there's a squad on the back alley as well.
Also,
If someone can be in the back alley, we're shutting down the bar. It appears that this gunshot went off inside the bar.
all right. So the gunshot went off inside the bar per radio traffic.
Copy, is there a squad that go to the back alley of the bar?
119, I can go.
Copy.
113 Tango will go back to the bar.
Copy.
100.
100.
Can I get one more spot in front? Hey.
Here's we got Ramsey County Sheriff's Department
Copy to the front. 39 minutes.
responding to this as well.
copy, north Snelling. What's inside? Is there a squad on the other side of the back alley of the bar?
There's people trying to exit the side entrance to the east of Plum Bar. We're trying to contain everyone. We will take statements. Copy. 126 to the east entrance.
Copy, if there's one, go to the back alley of the bar.
Sounds like a cluster.
Tango, copy to the front. 39 minutes.
One more squad in here, clear the bars and the scene, have them front door, which is completely full. Disregarding one of the reasons, we need one more squad here.
126, I'm here.
Copy. 126 to the east entrance.
Copy up 40 minutes.
I seen a squad turn down this way, that's why. Sometimes we don't hear everything.
Anyone who's not at the bar or on a further spot, I think it's just a
Start available on the assistance track.
Sorry guys, I got lost.
Negative response. I can check with Central.
125 Tango 616. We're currently at 6 if you need yeah, we're straight from there. Come meet us there. Snelling and Randolph. Enough.
I can take 126 Tango spot. I'm just
Copy.
I do need a navigator. Navigators are a huge asset. Good navigator. I see it now. I don't know if you guys can. Jesus, these roads are terrible. So I've went through headlights left and right, and the only thing I can think of is all the bouncing and jarring kills the filaments. I had LED headlights for a while, but I just didn't like them. But the light output, they were super bright, but I aimed my lights almost.
We just want to meet us at Randolph and Bristol. We're going to start the track from there. Randolph or
I had to aim them all the way down,
We're block east of Snelling.
and they didn't project out that far because of the way they were aimed.
Dude.
Or the way they threw the light out.
Going eastbound on K9 track. We have a lot of people coming outside in the direct direction that the suspect wants while cleaning out the bus.
Copy. It's possible to hold off the crowd from going in the direction that the suspect went. 47 minutes.
201 100. We got a few central traffic coming your way.
I'm at Hamlet and Randolph.
Copy. 47 minutes.
Just got tons of people out here. We're gonna pull a Pat and Bob. The shooting was inside the bar, but as you can see, there's a ton of people coming out. They've got a K9. It looks like they're going to be tracking to the right of the screen. person was shot in their leg. They're going to Regions Hospital. So they got the canine sitting there at the curb, at the stop sign.
When you start the track.
So they
Copy, started the track in 49 minutes.
they're yelling the announcement. Looks like the dog is
100.
100.
Just citizen squads that are coming, you need their help in clearing out the bar. 200 people in the car. We're trying to get out. I'm about
Copy, 56. Copy, just want Randolph for purple. 50 minutes.
well, it looks like they're flying into a crowd of people, so I don't know how safe.
201.
Next rescue squads, we just want to block off this intersection right up in Snelling so we can avoid the traffic. And then we're going to push all these patrons to the east. But we need to get vehicle traffic stopped once we start pushing them out. So squads can rearrange their vehicles to try to make that happen.
272, I'm going to try to direct everyone west on Randolph North on Brimhall.
Have them go west. That's where the canine track is. We have to push people to the east. I'm sorry, you're 100% correct. Push to the west. Track is to the east.
Copy, working on pushing everyone to the west.
Saratoga.
Copy. Tracking northbound Saratoga. 52 minutes.
You know, at 1 o'clock,
210, thanks for making it to the area. Do you still need Randolph Smith box?
One I'm on scene, there's one. Next squad, just you'll see the squad blocking the intersection. Just make sure vehicle traffic can't get through. And then we're going to meet at the front door and we're going to push all the patrons out of the bar.
Jigger, that is
So we're just staying on the canine track up here.
For West Mountain Palace, Saratoga.
Copy West Mountain Palace from Saratoga. 54 minutes.
I'm just really wanting to see them get a successful canine track, to be honest with you guys. As much as they deploy the canine, I've never seen a successful canine track. So it's a standard three officer formation when they're tracking. So they'll have a minimum of 3 officers as they do the tracking. There's one person shot in the leg. So I'm trying to listen to see if they yell out any commands. Seems like a small perimeter, to be honest with you, for the amount of time.
For now northbound in the alley, east of Snelling.
Copy northbound in the alley east of Snelling. 57 minutes.
So that's the alley up there. So they're already like halfway down that alley. They've got tons of people walking all over. If this doesn't throw the canine track off, and they're gonna say that we throw the canine track off when we're out here filming, it blows my mind. So they're already out. Pretty sure they're past their perimeter that they originally set up. So it looks like they just went up that street.
Copy cell phone for call from Jefferson. Gianna.
So there's a strong arm robbery in Maplewood. No, they're outside the bar. They're tracking right now. And again, they're outside their perimeter. So the perimeter is either too small. So they came up this alley. So that earlier domestic at the apartments with the guy that's known to fight is out now at that address of the domestic from earlier, and the brothers there of the suspect. So the canine is I don't know if you guys can see the canine now. They're Maplewood's out requesting St. Paul with a guy that was assaulted on the bus or somewhere. And they're out the Dollar Tree in Maplewood with that. That's going to be way on east side, I believe, or central. We're on west. Is he a canine for St. Paul or a different agency?
Checking the backyard of the house to the southwest corner of Palace and Grinnell.
That's way.
Copy checking the backyard of the southwest corner of Palace and Grinnell.
So that's going to be. We're facing southwest, so that's going to be up where that car just pulled out. So we'll scoot up that way. Yeah, see, every time I'm getting ready just to call it a night. Every time. So it looks like they got 4 officers. Nope, I'm not a police officer.
616 for clear that yard. We're going to be on Palace from the southwest corner of Palace and Vermont.
Have you spoken to from home? 114?
So looks like they went. Well, yeah, the problem with trying to set a good example in an agency as an officer, it doesn't work like that. Depending on your agency, you either get into a good agency or you don't get into a good agency, and that's not the point of me being out here, right? So everyone has different reasons for being out. I'm just trying to show you guys what is going on.
Nine ten.
910.
Can you have 119 call me from Regions, please?
What, 119?
119.
You could call 910. Do you have a chance?
Can you hear the number for me, please?
100 up the careful.
100 copy.
One two nine to 616. Heads up, there's a quick small group of people at Brim Hall and Dallas.
Copy, thank you.
Go ahead. Further south, we took that Randolph. Looks like we've only got one over Randolph and Hamlet. Well, that was aired as eastbound. We didn't know from there.
Yes, I will be live tomorrow. Tomorrow evening. We'll start before Pat and Bob go out. Well, that's the thing when you get into an agency, Amy. You really, if it's a bad agency. Oh. So it looks like they're going back across the street. So they made the announcement that they're searching with the K9. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not.
376, go ahead.
Been no shots fired over the last 5 minutes.
316, you copy? And 108.
So there's a person shot in the leg at the bar here right in front of us. They're out searching with the K9. Tomorrow I'll be live right around 8 p.m. I think Bob usually tries to go around 9/11. Look like Hopkins. No, there's no Bearcats here. I've actually talked to some officers about that too, and they thought that was a little odd.
With 201 to copy, 90 Manitoba Avenue on a shots fired. Well, go ahead. That they heard 9 shots fired, possibly coming from West Marbury Street, but also near.
Uh,
165.
got another shots fired call.
165.
Can I get 119 to 4?
Can you have this?
119 witness 4.
Another squad?
Yeah, we're coming down.
Okay.
All right, guys, I think we're going to break off this and we're going to go. I think that address is 90 Manitoba, which is going to be off of Rice Street, which is going to be
East on Randolph Avenue towards South Saratoga Street.
10 minutes away. I doubt they're gonna find anything here, guys.
Head east on Randolph Avenue towards South Saratoga Street.
All right, guys, so we're gonna break off this one. We're gonna go to another shots fired call. This shots fired call sounds like they heard possibly 15 rounds, so but this call we're on now that we're leaving was confirmed to confirmed person shot in the leg, so
Next right onto Smith Avenue South, then turn right onto Dallas Avenue.
don't know if you guys can see the stuff blowing around in the road, but it's fairly windy out. See what happens? I was gonna go home and we have to have people shooting each other when it's 21 degrees outside. And these, I'll just be honest with you, the people that are coming out of that bar do not look like they're dressed for the weather by any means, especially the girls. And they look super young. I know a lot of people were heading out of Minneapolis when the mask mandates were happening, so they were going outside the cities.
Health services on an alarm, unreportable or silent, covering 1051 North Pharmacy.
Quarter mile, turn left onto Route 35 North Ramp.
So hopefully, if you like what I'm doing, you know, you share the stream out, let your friends and family know, other viewers know, share out on Facebook. I know we got a lot of people. I don't stream to Facebook, I only stream to YouTube. But you know, share it out for other people. I do plan on doing other cities like St. Cloud, possibly rolling into Minneapolis a little bit. So yeah, if you guys are, that helps me grow, helps me get out there. You know, we do cover other things, like down in Burnsville the other day with the threat of the person with a gun in the bathroom.
Must be clear from the bar if they're not in the middle of something. Okay.
If you guys, you know, want to donate to help out, that's awesome. All right, so they just got, they're just done with the tracking, and they're breaking down the perimeter now. So I don't believe they got a suspect. So we're going to the second shots fired call. So this is the third shots fired since I've been live tonight. Well, you know, it's funny because I was talking about that too. It's almost like people just use deadly weapons to solve arguments and stupid things. That's the way it seems like today. And it's not just in one city, it's all across the nation. I mean, I don't think people realize, you know, when they use a dangerous weapon in a way dangerously, or an object that can be considered dangerous, that the ultimate result is end of life.
Yeah, I'm with less.
So they're clearing the bar right now. So that scene is pretty much over. From what I heard on radio traffic, they don't have surveillance at that bar. So that's one thing I'll try to tell everyone. Situational awareness is key if you want to go and partake in that type of environment. You know, make sure the bars have surveillance. You know, always watch your surroundings. It's hard because you go there to have a good time and you don't expect that, but you know, in today's day and age, in this current climate, you know, it's always good to have awareness of your surroundings. Just thankfully this one wasn't like the truck park.
Half a mile, take exit 243 on the left for Mounds Boulevard.
So that we just passed the officer that's following this vehicle back to the impound lot. So we're heading back over to the Rice Street area with those bars.
Exit 243 on the left.
It's kind of always known to be a rough area over here, so. And again, keep in mind, it's 21 degrees outside. It is cold out. This shouldn't be happening when it's this cold.
Hiawatha Pioneer Trail, Mounds Boulevard, then use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto 7th Street East.
So those of you who are just jumping in, we're going to a shots fired, 15 rounds heard.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto 7th Street East, Hiawatha Pioneer Trail.
You know, you don't watch a whole lot of stuff in Minnesota. There's, you know, you would think not a whole lot goes on here because it's Minnesota, and that's what I thought before I started doing this. I didn't realize how much goes on. You're thinking LA, or LA, out in California, that whole area, New York, those areas get tons of views. But look at how busy we are. This is St. Paul. This is not even Minneapolis. Minneapolis is bigger. I think they're about 10,000 people, population bigger than St. Paul.
In 600 feet, turn right onto Payne Avenue.
And that's one thing we talk about a lot. This is
Next right onto
not normal for St.
Turn
Paul.
straight to stay on Payne Avenue.
This is not normal for St. Paul.
Continue straight to stay on Payne Avenue.
We're on record-setting numbers, or even Chicago. You would expect Chicago. I mean, granted, they do have more, but their populations are drastically higher than our population here.
Motion sensor alarm on the west side of the building. It's going to be silent.
One 10 copies.
At 124.
Take the next left onto Edgerton Street, then turn left onto Minnehaha Avenue East. .600 feet, turn left onto Minnehaha Avenue East.
See, you know, the thing is, we don't need shot spotter. We have people call in gunfire. I mean, again, I'm getting ready to do a video on shot spotter and how it's not as good as Bob makes it sound to be by doing some research.
Then turn left onto Edgerton Street. Take the next left onto Bush Avenue.
619.
So it's saying it's back in that neighborhood back there to the left, but I don't see.
Clear with the stuff. And then send that one. The highway.
Copy at 125.
I don't see any squads back there.
Turn left onto Whittle Street, then turn left onto Edgerton Street.
Spelling Highland Park High School on the motion sensor alarm on the west side of the building. It's gonna be silent. 110 copy.
Maple Grove Express will not be involved.
Yep, I copy. Thank you.
At 120.
Okay, so Maple Grove, they did get that vehicle out of Maple Grove, so they got a hold on that vehicle.
600 feet, turn left onto York Avenue.
There's our St. Paul crew of maintenance people that just drive around all night.
Take the next left onto York Avenue.
So I don't see anything on Rice Street. It seems pretty quiet, so we'll head back here.
600 feet, turn left onto Edgerton Street. Take the next left onto Edgerton Street. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Minnehaha Avenue East. Take the next right onto Minnehaha Avenue East, then turn
Yeah,
left
with the
onto
vehicle
North
that you
Bedford
put
Street.
on live on Edgecombe. Just west of Snelling. It's gonna be Hotel Block.
After the vehicle that pulls the log,
Take the next left onto North Bedford Street, then your destination will be on the right.
So we got a squad
Take the next left
there.
onto Bradley Street, then turn left onto Beaumont Street East. Take the next left onto Burr Street North, then turn left onto Beaumont Street East.
Copy 129.
So we only have one squad out here, no
Turn
lights.
left onto Beaumont Street East, then turn left onto North Bedford Street.
So we're in the area where they said they heard 15 rounds.
Take the second left onto North Bedford Street, then your destination will be on the left.
On Edgecombe. Just
On the DOC, Colonial Safety in the parking garage of 2025 has been involved in battle vandalism and theft. Many black man is accused 6 feet thin bill was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt, blue jeans, and black boots. Per the caller, the door will be propped open on the building on the Winnipeg side.
Well, it turns out that there wasn't much going on here, I guess.
Copy all 28.
Oh, Vince is in here. I like your new updated profile picture. I was watching some of your videos today. Well, technically yesterday. It's a Doran property. They do building tons of properties.
Squad 2 and 3 and 2 report.
Get caught up on chat here. Yeah, Amy, if you want to investigate stuff, you know, you can always email me. I don't have a problem going and picking stuff up.
Did you copy? Thank you. Have 130.
The exterior door on the southwest entrance, one of the doors was unsecured. Didn't look forced on it.
Copy door on the southwest entrance unsecured in the Pier Force 32.
Well, that's at the school.
Entrance 1.
Copy entrance 1.
That entrance, or one of the doors was unsecure also.
I think it was down on Bushmore. Well,
214, he is GOA.
so
Copy 214.
So with ShotSpotter, ShotSpotter is super inaccurate, and the majority. So I have stats and I have numbers for ShotSpotter. So I'm getting ready to put the video together, not just from Minneapolis numbers, but from other cities that have ShotSpotter. So ShotSpotter sounds like a really good idea, and I was for it in the beginning. I was for it when Minneapolis, but then when we start digging into the research with ShotSpotter, it really is a huge waste of money. The other thing are the microphones. They can hear everything you're saying outside. They manipulate numbers. They don't get used in court cases. It's unreal.
165. 165.
Yeah.
We had another caller drop in a little bit later in our call. Tried to call back. That number was provided, but it says it's not in service. Is there any way that you guys can try to reach her?
So wait till
Well, as a TC verified phone number.
wait till I do the video on ShotSpotter so you can get some accurate information on it. And I think that's the key, right? You know, I think it would be a very useful tool if it worked. The problem are the numbers that we're finding out from the cities that are using them, the little bit of data that they're sharing. The data doesn't really support the cost of ShotSpotter. Even in Minneapolis, homicides, Bob and Pat, I don't know if they're working tonight. You know, I'll be honest with you, I don't see them out a whole lot. Yeah, stolen Camaro. I think the stolen Camaro was out of Maple Grove. How much is ShotSpotter? So, roughly 2.1 million in Minneapolis, but keep in mind that doesn't cover the entire city. If we crunched some numbers for the city of St. Paul, the city of St. Paul would cost about 4.2 million, and those are rough numbers, those aren't exact numbers, and that'd be 4.2 million. Oh, you just passed me?
Affirmative.
So 4.2 million to cover the entire city of St. Paul. And that's part of the problem. They don't usually put it all over the city. They put it in select areas. So I think Minneapolis has it, North and South Minneapolis, in a few neighborhoods, and they're paying 2.1 million. So it's really interesting. I mean, I even have ShotSpotter recordings on some of my videos, so you can actually hear it. Well, the thing with ShotSpotter, it's a tool, right? And everything costs money. So you always have to weigh out the cost versus the reward. And once again, the operating cost per year that's what it would be. So if we covered all of St. Paul, every square mile of St. Paul, it'd be roughly 4.2 million, and that's an average number we took. So they have a high and low number, and so we just kind of took the middle number. Yeah, I agree. It's like $10 per person per year. But again, I'm working on the video. I'll probably have the video out sometime next week. But the problem is, with ShotSpotter,
Should be 39. Can we just block the cell phone traffic?
okay, so we got something going on with Ramsey County.
There's spot to block off cell phone traffic.
Check. You can block their Valley View.
Are you two blocking at Valley View at 139?
So I'm not opposed.
She's the only occupant.
Copy, driver's the only accident on 39.
Okay, so now we got a driver bailing. So we have a pursuit in Ramsey County on their attack channel. Yeah, if you have to ask the price, you don't work in government. Do I even like how? Yeah, I mean, they're people. I think there's ones that do the job and actually care about people and care about doing their job and trying to make a difference and trying to help. And then I think there's some that, you know, like honestly, so the majority of law enforcement that I run into are fine, are normal, that are doing the right thing, and then you run into a few that aren't. The problem is we don't get rid of the bad ones. How much is gas? I think it depends on where you're filling up. We're hovering right around $4 a gallon. Yeah, $3.99. I think M&H is right around $3.99 a gallon. I didn't even see it when I drove by. Thank you, Pamela. So, you know, but that's the beauty of this, is we can talk about it. I'm gonna try and get more facts out there. 439. Yeah, those sanctions are really hurting us.
Jack was trying to. Driver advice she is the registered owner.
Oh, that's awesome.
Driver advice, she's a registered owner.
So that was that Ramsey call. I guess it came back on a stolen. $2004, 2005 gas was up where. Yeah, no, I remember that. I was actually in Georgia and we were paying about $4, and I was putting about $100 worth of gas in my truck every day. There are mostly good ones. I do agree with that. You know, to give you an example, when I was in Brooklyn Park, I only ran into one officer that was not a very good one. But then I talked to the sergeant right afterwards, and he said he was going to correct it. Yeah, I think it was 07, 08, somewhere in there. Gas was like $4 a gallon. But that was North Georgia, north of Atlanta. I never filled up in the city because it was like 50 cents more. It's got to go back down. You do a 4-cylinder. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, my truck is supposed to go down to 4-cylinder, and that very.
Call with report team and clear with K9.
Copy, I want to.
Unfortunately, my truck doesn't go down to 4-cylinder a whole lot.
2J Tango.
Go ahead.
Send us the 172 4B Avenue call to.
Well, I think I'm gonna head out of St. Paul. Again. Capital is, I don't know where Capital is. I didn't call them. I just heard about the chase, and then I took off and came out here. They were State Patrol helicopter. Trooper 9 was following. You know, one of the incidents I ran into down at the Capitol when I was down there to cover whatever was going to happen during the election, which nothing happened. I was talking to some.
In the Costco parking lot on Dean Avenue with Terry Lincoln Shore.
So I was talking to a trooper, and the trooper was telling me that he actually. I was talking to the trooper, and he says he likes it when people record him, and he told me, he goes, I walk up to the car, the recording, he identifies himself, gives the badge number, explains. Asks if they have any questions, gets their license, verifies their insurance, and lets it go, whatever is going to happen. So yes, I have a push bumper brush guard on my truck.
Single?
All of my vehicles, I always have one.
What's next?
And I have used my push bumper numerous times to help push cars.
We're at Sister Fire, 4166 10th Avenue. It'll be a general fire alarm.
2160, copy.
165.
So they're patching some holes here. I don't know if you can hear the gravel or the loose asphalt. But I think it'd be really interesting if we're looking at budgets to actually look at city budgets and just seeing where they're spending the money. Jai Hansen is a cop. I'm going to interview him. He's running for sheriff of Hennepin County. You know, I've talked to people that know who he is and known him for a long time, and he's a pretty solid, you know, ref. Well, that's the thing, you know, I think a lot of law enforcement's coming around. I've talked to a lot of the officers, too, about recording. The Supreme Court actually, it was an opinion that they put out saying that it only benefits every party involved for people recording. It protects the people and it protects the officers. It protects everybody that's there when things are being recorded. And it's an impartial witness to the entire incident. So, you know, those are things that, you know, I always tell people it's always about local elections. I did find out that the BCA is a fusion center, so that would be our fusion center. If you ever watch First Amendment audits and they talk about fusion centers. The BCA's had my information for a long time for jobs that I've done where I've had to submit fingerprint background checks. Yeah, some cops do lose it on First Amendment auditors. I believe that, and some super unjustified, and then it jades the auditor into being complete ass to him. I've talked to Rowdy. I'm trying to get him to come and do a ride along. I told him he's got to get the accountability is real now. But I've talked to Rowdy about getting a video out on his channel to freshen up his channel. It's just gotten pretty stagnant for a while. He does want to get back into it. He's got some theories and ideas about what he wants to do. Well, and I think that's part of is not letting the power go to your head. You know, and the other thing too is not to be. Oh, Pamela, Rowdy Podcast. I've been trying to interview with Bob for over a year. But I talk about Rowdy Podcast. That's who I refer to as Rowdy. He was actually arrested by Minneapolis PD or Hennepin County Sheriffs. Of course, they dismissed the charges. He got the same charges that Capital Transparency got. He got the same charges I got. Yeah, I don't think the interview is going to happen. I gave him until last week on Thursday, so he's a week overdue. I finally set a deadline. Yeah, well, Bob still has a lot more viewers than me. It's not really a competition. Charged for what? Interference and interference with lawful, or interference with legal process, and what is the other one? Interference with legal process and failure to obey a lawful command. And it's funny, if you read the statutes, they don't match up. Why don't I email him? He doesn't even respond to his own emails. Alex is the one doing majority of his email stuff. Actually, we found Capital Transparency found out. Yeah, Alex seems to do a lot as a patrol deputy. It's kind of weird. Ground Mr. Alex. Yeah, it's just interesting when you start digging in on the inner workings of the agencies on how it all works out. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're all safe. You can't believe I'm driving around with gas prices. Well, you know, I have a real job, as everyone always tells everyone that's filming to go get a real job. And my real job pays for my fuel, so I usually get a bunch of donations too, which helps out. Usually that all just goes to my fuel and mileage as well. Better camera. A lot of it doubles. I was gonna start another channel on, repair work, repairs around the house, building things, kind of like DIY projects. So a lot of people have questions about what I found when I started working. A lot of people are scared of electrical work, and it's not as scary as I think most people think it is. Plumbing is another thing people are scared of. And again, do I live by? Yeah, I do. Well, I have Kitty, and she had babies, so now there's 3 of us, and she just had a litter of 5. So I let her out. Well, she snuck out twice. I didn't let her out twice before I could get her fixed, and she got pregnant. So she has 5 little kittens that I'll be giving away as soon as they get old enough. I brought her with me on I brought her with me actually when we go out. She's like, most contractors have a dog. I have a cat that acts like a dog. But she's definitely going in to get fixed here real quick, because I don't want any more little kittens. Yeah, dashboard cat. Yeah, no, She actually, so since she was, I found her out west of Minneapolis, about hour and a half west in a city called Coquet. And she was running around in a field. So she was like a little gray fur ball going after crickets, and I gave her some food, and she chowed down and almost bit my finger off. And so I'm like, well, you're gonna come live with me. And ever since then, she's been my kitty. And now she has two. I kept two of the babies of the original litter. But, they're all, despite what people think, you live with cats, they don't live with you, so you just kind of commingle with each other and do your own thing. Now, dogs are not quite that way. Dogs are very dependent on you. Yeah, I told her that she's got to start, if she wants to keep her kitten, she's got to get some child support, because it gets expensive real quick. Yeah, well, everything has its own personality, right? And being needy, is one thing some cats are, but most cats are pretty independent. Just go kill some mice for fun. Yeah, no, they do their fair share. Actually, when I work on vacant houses, they come with me, and they have to work. Their job is to catch all the bugs and kill all the little insects and dust and get into corners and clean everything. And so they do work. They work pretty hard, so I train them to listen, to stay, stop, sit, all that. A little bit more challenging with a cat than a dog. But, the other thing, too, with cats is you can train them to alert you as well. I did some research on cats versus dogs and their scent receptors, because we've heard multiple times, or seen multiple times, that St. Paul canines cannot. I've never seen a successful track or them do anything super successful because they have German Shepherds. Hound dogs are the best when it comes to sniffing things out. So cats actually have less scent receptors than dogs. But the flip side on that is cats can determine smells at a higher rate than... oh, hey, Fisherman in the Box. Yeah, thanks for dropping his link in there. So they can determine the different smells better than dogs, which I thought was interesting. And then it also depends on your breed of cat, too. So some, like a Norwegian forest cat, yeah, please. Well, you're probably far less likely to get bit from a cat than you are chewed up by a dog. But if you're going to take someone down, a cat's probably not take down a suspect like a dog would. But yeah, no, it's just interesting to see. Cat scratch fever, yeah. But I took Kitty with me before she got pregnant. We took a road trip down to Atlanta. Well, first we went to Green Bay, Wisconsin area, and worked on a story out there. Then we drove down to Atlanta, and then we went up to Asheville, North Carolina, and then we came back home. And she did super well in the car. I've trained her that the truck is her home just as much as home is her home. So. But yeah, if you guys are interested in a cat, you live in the Minnesota metro area or somewhere in Minnesota, and you're interested in a cat, they will be up for adoption to a good home pretty soon. Well, it's slow now. You missed it earlier, Fisherman. I'm surprised you're up this late, considering you're up doing your live super early in the morning. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night, guys. You're up early editing, yeah. I'll tell you guys, I'm actually a morning person, so work, I call this work. Ever since I've been up covering the stuff late, it's just completely thrown off my my sleep schedule. But I appreciate it. I'm gonna go and go get my soup finally. They didn't have it yesterday when I went out. Was it yesterday, Wednesday? Quick Trip. So I'm gonna go get. We had a great conversation the other night about Quick Trip soup. I'm thankful for what you do too, Fisherman. I do like your videos too. Not one of us is greater than all of us. Yes, I will give Kitty a hug. Although she's not super affectionate. That's kind of the only thing with her. She does let me know when something's going on. Yeah, you can get the bag of frozen soup, and on Wednesdays I call soup days at Quick Trip, and they're cheaper too if you buy the bag of frozen soup. But yep, I'm already on 394. So tonight at 8 o'clock, I'll be going live on patrol, so let everyone know. Hope to see you guys. I gotta work tomorrow again. So see, Dale, northbound lanes, a woman's screaming for help. I mean, I mean, we could be out all night. When do we call it enough is enough? No, I'm not Jelly Joe. But I'm working on a bunch of stuff. So hopefully in less than a year, or hopefully less than 6 months. I don't remember when the election is for sheriff out here for Hennepin County, but hopefully if Jai gets sheriff, that's one thing he said he's going to do is unencrypt this whole area in western Hennepin County, which I'll be looking forward to, so we can start, because I know the Northwest Metro Minneapolis area has been super busy. But good night, everybody. Appreciate y'all for being here. I will hopefully see you guys later tonight around 8 o'clock when I go live again. Enjoy your evening and appreciate everyone for being here. It's about the time of night that I run into Plymouth police officers up here at the gas station, so. And we usually stand around and talk. Not much going on. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow or later tonight. Jason from Minnesota News Now out.